Hello, everyone, and welcome to Mr. D's Happy Hour, where we provide half-price content that you can't make fun of because it's half-priced. So, starting at that.
And he was absolutely covered in like really big spots. So like he went to the doctor, was like, "Hey yo, what's this?" She's like, "It's just mosquito, dog." Nick, my whoa.
Some good sauce, that I can go to the store, buy, and just drink after straight out of the thing. No, it's the Polynesian sauce from Chick-fil-A. I would get in a sticky mess for that sauce any day, all day.
It may be his podcast, but it's certainly your disaster. What do you mean, different direction? You're the host! You choose the direction! Now, we've gone through our canon event, and now it's my turn to host. I have all the power in this situation. I am God.
Hello, everybody. It is Lil Nicky J. I'm here with a Pringle in my hand. We got Great Value Lugwood, or otherwise known as Mr. B, otherwise known as Dr. Respect, otherwise known as Blake. And then we got Velociraptor, the one and only animated friend. And then we have our very special host, Mr. D. And did I mention the Pringle in my hand?
What flavor is it?
Original, baby.
Well, I thought you said you got the
Pringle
pizza ones. I
flavor.
thought you were just sitting there bitching that you got the pizza ones instead of the original
No,
ones.
okay, so I bought the original and the pizza because I like both. And I wanted the original first, but I accidentally grabbed the pizza ones first because the top here, I saw the white.
Okay.
And so I thought this one was the pizza. And the top of the pizza one is red. And so I grabbed the other one, which was the pizza one. And then I opened up the whole, pizza flavor, like artificial pizza flavoring, like seasoning smacked my face. I'm like, oh, that smells so good. But this isn't what I wanted. I wanted original. I just wanted salty potato chip.
Yeah.
That fits perfectly in a can.
So
Perfect. Every single one, perfect.
but
There'll
you
never
said,
be nothing
You said
like-
you got the pizza one first, right?
Yeah.
So did you was that like mid-store? Did you just open it in the store and just take a big old whiff out of it and put it back on the shelf?
No, I bought both. But I mean, like when I got home and when I sat down, I'm like, man, I want some Pringles. And I grabbed a can and then I opened it up. That's when it's like, whoosh.
So
So I'm
what
like, oh, that smells good.
So what you're
This
telling me
isn't what
was
I
you was
wanted.
gonna eat 2 whole cans of Pringles.
So I hear a lot of judgment in your voice right now. I hear a lot of judgment, like unnecessary judgment.
Yeah, well, you know what? It's been nice, coming back to this wonderful podcast. Hello, everybody. We're back. It's been about 6 months since the last time you heard from us.
32 years, 7 months, 18 days, 46 hours, and 37.5 seconds.
And we had a lot of things happen between that time. We've had big life events happen. We've had I would like to say more has happened in that time, but not really. How you doing, Velociraptor? Let's hear from you first, because I really think, in all reality, the only thing anybody who actually listens to this podcast cares about is your life.
And you will be very disappointed. I
Well,
don't have a whole lot going on. I wake up, I go to work, I do the things, I come back. I still don't have my license plate and my registration. Still waiting on that. I know I said I submitted that paperwork at the end of December, and here we are at the time of recording on Valentine's Day. That's just how long it's taken them to submit the paperwork.
Is ridiculous.
Eh.
well, didn't you know they're slammed at the DMV? They never have. They always have too much to do. They just can't get to it.
No, they spent 5 weeks before they even bothered submitting it to the DMV.
No. Well, I'm
And
You
sorry.
know what you need to do, Roger?
Remember, I fucking talked to like 4 or 5 different people, and every time I got a hold of the company, I was talking to someone else because the last person I talked to got fired.
Oh.
So
So
no one was working my case because it was their last case they ever worked on.
that's a horrible
That's so
coincidence,
ridiculous.
man.
Yeah.
Mm.
Apparently, I'm bad luck to them.
You just need to go in there, start slinging cock, and start making demands. That's what you need to do.
No.
He's very firm. He's very firm. He's not gonna do it. How about you, Mr. One Guy Discount Ludwig? How are you? How's your life been? How's the audience? Audience was here about all that.
I have full-time job and I be working.
No longer college boy.
No longer college boy. I'm free. I'm free from the chains of the American school system.
No longer doing
now
frat
he's-
parties.
I mean, obviously, king of frat parties right here, as you can tell. They actually call me frat daddy on some days. No, I just working, trying to get used to my new position, and that's it. And eat chip,
Eat chip.
eat chip.
That is the American dream. Eat
Well,
chip.
God bless.
how about you, Mr. Trainwreck? I know you have something going on in your life. Your life's a fucking train wreck. Let's hear about it.
My life, honestly, there ain't nothing bad going on in my life. If it's a train wreck, it's a train wreck of absolute goodness right now.
Oh,
Oh.
I got a new job, so that means no more swing shift, which means, better everything.
when do you start that?
I start next Wednesday.
Let's go.
That's where it's at.
That's
We'd
right.
love to see that. We'd love to see it.
That's right. Currently building my own pedal board. It's going along very nicely.
He's a nerd.
Well,
Music.
really, it's because there's nothing that was big enough or small enough. I couldn't find the right size and the exact design I wanted, so I'm like, you know what? For all these big corporate companies that want to sell me garbage, I'm gonna make my own quality.
Word.
And you know what I did? I made my own quality board.
On
yeah.
God.
Our boy thinks outside
Right.
the box.
No, he built the
He
box.
built the box. Yeah.
Right.
I
built the
choked, damn
box.
it.
Other than that, making some jams, jamming with my boy Mr. D, making some good music.
Gemini.
You know what? The question always is always where is Mr. D or what's Mr. D doing? But it's never how is Mr. D. So Mr. D, Dylan, my good old boy, how are you doing?
Well, you know what?
How do you feel?
I've been waiting for this question the entire night. Yeah, I just love talking about myself. But you know what? I've been doing phenomenal. Absolutely fantastic. You want to know what? I'm going to tell you about a recent story that happened to me tonight. This very night, Valentine's Day evening. And it's that, wait, because it doesn't have anything to do with tires. It doesn't have anything to do with the car. It doesn't have anything to do with any of that. That's after that train wreck. Well, you know what? I decide I am going to go get some nice, Valentine's Day dinner. I'm going to enjoy the night. I'm going to do all that. And I'm not going to think about that car because you know what? That car's been giving me a lot of issues. I'm just going to enjoy myself. Well, I go to this place beside my house, this Mexican restaurant, and we get seated. It's not very busy. It's Valentine's Day, and I'm really thinking it's going to be. Yeah, go ahead, Nick.
Was it El Nepal?
It wasn't El Nepal. No. It wasn't El Nepal. It's actually called El Patron, Mexican grill. It's
Hey!
Yep.
Oh, you can't say. Aye!
You just keep that at your desk?
I do.
You know he does.
Yep. I don't do that anymore because I end up drinking it. But anyways, back on track. We go to this Mexican place and we sit down and we place our order. Everything's going good. It starts getting a little bit more busy and we get our food. And I really want to order a drink. I ordered one of those drinks you have to repay for the refill. So I was like, I might as well get a beer. So I'm gonna enjoy the night and do that. And I was gonna get her a virgin margarita because she's pregnant and we're having another kid and she can't be drinking. Anyways, I tell the lady, could we get this? And she like looked at me, and then she like said, I can't do this right now, and like runs away. And I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna wait. Maybe we got a busy night going on. Maybe she'll come back. We wait like 30 minutes and she never comes back. And like literally the restaurant's so packed at this point, there's like five families sitting at the door. I'm like, this is going, I understand. I'm not going to get upset about this. I can understand. If I was in that position, I'd be pretty like stressed out myself. So there's this like older couple like sitting at the table next to us. And the waiter like runs into the kitchen and she like drops all these fucking salsa and everywhere. And like it's a fucking mess. And this old man gets up and like runs into the kitchen and starts helping. And I was like, that's really nice of him. That's really, really sweet. And a little more while goes by. And then I turn and the old man's like seating people at tables and like taking orders and like fucking like cleaning the tables off and like mopping the floor. I'm like, what's going on here? Did he just get like recruited? And it's one of those moments where like he was doing so much that I felt like a piece of shit and I felt like I should like get up and start doing that. And I was like, I came here for a good dinner. I feel like if you go into a restaurant, there's a difference between like helping out and being nice and actually having to like feel obligated to get up and like help. Like you didn't go there to like work, you know what I'm saying?
I bet you he was probably like the owner or something.
He
Yeah, I
wasn't.
was
No,
like,
he
yeah,
wasn't.
he has.
Because I saw the owner, because like the owner was walking around doing stuff too, but like nobody fucking acknowledged this old man because nobody knew who he was. Because I asked him, like I was like, before I left, I was like, do you know who that is? They're like, no, he just got up and started helping. But his wife was like, she was a little bigger, but like she wasn't doing it. Like she was the one telling him to do everything, because they went there for like a date or whatever. She was like, get up and go seat those people. Get up and go clean off that table. Get up and do that. And I was like, what the hell's going on here? I feel so bad for this
So
guy.
he wasn't doing it out of the kindness of his heart. His old lady was like, "You better go do this, or there will be consequences."
He
Yeah.
didn't want to have a bad night.
No, I mean, that's exactly what it seemed like. Because this poor old man, he was like fucking carrying plates that were dirty, like with both of his hands to like the sink and everything. And I was like, man, I feel real bad for you. This is not a good night for you. You just came out
Yeah,
to
no,
have a
that-
good time.
Yeah. Wow.
Like as someone who has worked in the restaurant business for many and many years, I've gone to the restaurant that I've worked at when they're absolutely slam busy and not helped.
Yeah, I mean, it's just not something that you do if you're a customer. I don't think. Like, it's the difference between
I mean,
getting up and helping somebody pick something up they dropped and actually fucking doing.
Yeah. I've helped somebody like I picked up my table, so they wouldn't have to,
Yeah.
or like stuff like that. But I've never like the girl like dropping that stuff. Yeah, I'll try and help in a
Yeah.
situation like that. But like, that's a little much.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm glad that I got that out of you guys because I honestly kind of felt like leaving there. I was like, I should have done more. Of this. But yeah, I don't know. Other than that was interesting. I don't know. Made me feel weird.
That is very interesting.
But I did end up getting my drink, and they actually did bring Lupe a margarita,
Yay.
but they didn't give her a virgin margarita. They gave her a fucking like an alcoholic margarita. And I got one of those beers that were like this fucking big, and I asked for like a medium. So I was like, you know what, this sucks, and I figured they weren't going to be back for another 45
I guess
minutes.
I gotta drink it.
I guess I gotta drink it. I was fucking down the, yeah. Didn't drive home after that, but yeah, that's what's been going on with me. I'm not gonna get into the depressing parts. We got that. We don't have to talk about any cars or anything on the podcast. So, you know what?
Yeah.
There was one thing that I found out about today that I was really excited about, and that has to do with Mr. Pedro.
Yeah. Right.
Kind of want to talk about that a little bit because I saw the new logo, and that was pretty interesting to me.
I haven't seen the logo yet.
Look up the new logo, and it's pretty interesting as to what they did with it because it's not what they revealed in the very beginning. It makes it look like it's going to take place sometime that's not recent.
I really like that.
I like it. But did you see the picture they posted?
Yeah, I did see
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on the casting? I want to know that. Here, let me pull up the. Let me pull up the cast.
It's very interesting.
I'm going to be honest. It's one of those things I wasn't really. I didn't think was going to happen because I kind of thought whenever I saw like rumors about him being casted for that role, I didn't think that it was actually going to happen. I thought that was just like rumors.
Neither did I.
It actually just happened.
Yeah, I
was like,
remember-
whoa.
Yeah.
I remember seeing like fan castings of like Pedro for that role, but I never.
Yeah,
thought he would
yeah,
actually do
I've
it.
seen that.
I never thought that would be a role he'd be interested in. See, I know. I thought John
Krasinski.
What? Yeah. I
I-
figured, I figured they would have reprised because I honestly even though Multiverse of Madness I feel like didn't do him justice. I feel like he would make a good.
Yeah, I think he did it for the fans for that one instance because everybody wanted him. So I think he did it just for that.
It wasn't that big of a commitment, anyways.
Yeah,
Just
I mean it
one
was just
movie.
one scene, right?
One scene out of a movie.
But I am actually interested to see like how this goes. I only know two of the actors. I only know Pedro and I don't know how you say his name. Eben. I don't know how you say it.
I don't know how to say it either.
He was on The Bear, and it actually makes a lot of sense that he's playing the Thing.
Now, I'll be honest. That's one of the things that I was kind of like sad about because I remember in the fan castings they were like Seth Rogen is going to be the Thing, and I was like, you know what? I would be pretty all right.
That
with
would be awful. That would, as much as I love Seth Rogen, that would be awful.
Well, I think one of the big reasons why they casted this guy. I don't remember if the Thing is from Boston specifically, but he's from somewhere in New York. And he's also Jewish, and the actor they got is from New York, has the accent, and he's Jewish. So I think that has to do a lot of why he's playing the character.
So it makes his job easy. He doesn't have to act.
He's got to be. He's actually a really great actor. Like I don't know if you guys have seen The Bear, but he's in that, and he's phenomenal in that.
It could just be nostalgia, but I don't think anything will ever beat the original Fantastic Four casting.
Dude, I loved that movie so much.
Man, it's so good. Silver Surfer was all right, but the first one, that was freaking phenomenal.
Stay tuned
Jessica
for
Alba
Deadpool and
as-
Wolverine.
Oh, dude, Jessica Alba as the Invisible One had my heart. She had my heart.
I'll tell you, the one thing that I didn't understand when people were like sitting there bitching about it, whenever they came out with that Deadpool trailer during the Super Bowl, I was like, that's actually just the right amount of things that you need to show us. You don't have to spoil everything. Like everybody was like, they didn't show us anything. Like, what do you want them to do? Lay out the whole fucking movie?
That's the point of a good trailer is just to get you excited for the movie, not to know the plot.
And we weren't supposed to know half of the stuff that we knew in that trailer if it wasn't for like set leaks. That's the only reason anybody even knew what Wolverine was supposed to like look like. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I remember
It looks so good.
Ryan
It looks so
Reynolds,
good.
he made a post about being really upset because of some of the leaks that happened.
Yeah.
He's like, man, I was really wanting this, have a really big impact and be a really big holy crap, 180 turnaround, that kind of stuff. But of course,
I'm still 100% blind on this, so be careful.
Good. Stay that way.
How do you do that, Roger?
I am
doesn't-
amazing. I am the Master Roshi on the island.
That is
I don't
true.
know a damn thing about any movie before I watch it.
What, you just haven't been scrolling through something and you just accidentally seen something?
I don't go to anything that would spoil me.
I mean, you fucking look at Reddit a lot, don't you? I mean,
I haven't looked at Reddit in a year, man.
you don't have any social media at all. You just scroll through.
I'll look at Facebook. I look at Twitter simply for the fan art of cool stuff.
So it's more
Yeah,
of the people
pretty
that you
cool.
follow. There's nobody who would be doing that.
Yeah, I follow artists and stuff.
That's fair. That actually makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah, I kind of fucked up my Facebook because I've followed all these Marvel pages and everything. So as soon as something comes out, it's automatically right there. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, here it is. You're not surprised
Yeah.
anymore.
See, I've had to detrain my brain because whenever I see like something that's like blurred out like on Reddit for like spoilers and stuff, my brain will automatically click it like without fail. So I'm having to like detrain myself or untrain. That's the word.
Okay, but it's so hard. If something is blurred, you just want to look at it. You know what I'm saying? Like you just
You
have
just,
to
you just
see.
want, I just want to click it.
But I don't know.
I pull up Reddit and the first 3 things are all blurred.
I mean, it's cool they do that. I mean, I didn't even know they did that.
Yeah. Usually if it's a spoiler or if it's not safe for work content, then they most mods require them to blur it out or they can get like banned from the subreddit.
Womp.
Womp womp.
I've seen some messed up stuff on there, and Roger can attest. That's why I don't use it anymore.
Yeah, he followed some weird shit.
I've seen
dark
many
shit, right?
so many dead people on Reddit. I don't think that I can
Yeah.
I had a buddy that that's all he would show me on Reddit. So I never got Reddit for the longest time because I thought that's all it was like, you know, these like just like horrible, like god awful I mean, the people that got executed and all that kind of stuff, you know, absolutely deserved it, you know, because they were like pedophiles or just like god awful people. But I mean, it was just like the fact that, you know, anytime he's on Reddit, that's the kind of stuff he would show me. I'd be like, Jesus Christ, what is that? So I never got Reddit for the longest time because I thought that's all it was just, you know, dead people.
Okay, skip ahead 15 seconds if you don't want to hear this, if you're a fan of Heart. But the thing that ended up making me not enjoy Reddit anymore was the fact
Here we
that
go.
I
Here we go.
watched a fucking video of, I guess it was a terrorist group or something, but they literally cut a man's heart out of his chest and put it in his mouth. And I was like,
Jesus.
this is it. Like, I don't think I'm ever going to be the same after that. It like scarred me. I was like, I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to live this life the same way that I had been living it before. This is insane. And then I was like, deleted, never going to get on that again. Not going to happen.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that.
Yeah, I wasn't either.
I'll talk about what I saw after podcast, but I'm not going to say like what I
Yeah.
saw on it. 'Cause
Nah,
it's
you
just
probably
like,
saw something way worse than I did. So,
yeah, well, we'll talk about that after podcast. Chip.
Kind of chips you eating there over.
Sour cream cheddar.
Oh, some premium
Well-
chips right there.
I'm a sour cream and cheddar kind of guy, you know? You know how it is.
Cheddar sour cream guy.
Are you guys summer people or winter people? Do you like barbecue season
Summer.
or do you like snow season?
Like fall.
Barbecue.
For me, it really depends. I'm more of a summer person. However, I do also enjoy the fall season, like buddy Roger here.
I like early fall. I don't like
when the
Yeah,
leaves just start to turn and it gets a little bit colder.
because
You're
my
talking about
sinuses also
October
aren't
there.
bad early fall. It's always like mid fall when my sinuses get bad. So that's when I start to not like it.
My
But like when it
sinuses
starts
are-
cooling down just a little bit, and like, you know, it's still nice out. You know, it's not chilly and that kind of stuff. I
Yeah.
don't like it.
Is there some place in the world that's just consistently like that? Or is it just
Probably.
Fall all year.
just the fall all year?
I'll say the summer. Never mind.
I don't think so.
That'd be
There's
badass.
always places where it's mainly, hot in summer like all year. But I doubt fall.
I don't know. I could go without snow. We haven't. I'll be honest.
So could I.
I think that global warming's real. We haven't had any snow this year at all. And even if it is, I don't think I'd be too upset about it. Bring in the California weather. We can make Kentucky the new California Republic, and I'm okay
We had
with
snow like 3 weeks ago.
that. We had a little bit of snow, like this much.
Brother, it was like 6 inches of snow.
No, there wasn't. It was,
Yeah.
and even if there was, I know that there wasn't, but even if there was, it was like one time. And I
I
know that,
remember it because Carrollton can't plow the roads worth of crap, so it was like, it was just like I had to drive on crappy roads because they don't know how to plow them.
well,
It wasn't even because of the snow.
I don't know if you guys remember, but I remember whenever I was a kid, it seemed like we had that one snowstorm that fucking like, it was like extremely fucking like you'd
Oh,
open your
dude.
door and you'd have to like, snow would come in your house type shit. And now it's
Yeah.
nothing close to that. So I'm like, you know what? Maybe things are changing for the better.
Maybe things are changing for the better.
We can only hope.
Just move south.
I did the opposite of that. I moved north.
Uh huh.
Now I have to actually deal with snow. I've seen more snow in like the last 2 months than I have in the last decade.
That's crazy.
I couldn't do it. Like I could handle snow if I had a vehicle that could handle snow. But like, besides that, if I don't like it.
I'm only cool
Like
with it
to
if I
look
can
at
just
it.
be lazy inside with like a nice hot cup of hot
Yeah.
chocolate, some nice.
Yeah.
If I don't have to go to work, I
Yeah.
don't mind it.
Yeah, that's all I care about. But I
What are
mean,
you gonna do?
Nick was talking about it earlier, but we're starting a band, man. Got a whole
Heck
thing
yeah.
going on. It's called Kill the Moon.
What the
What
moon
did
do
the
to you?
moon do?
Because the moon's a fucking bastard. It's actually not
Yeah.
real at all. It's all a conspiracy theory. It's just a hologram in the sky. So we're gonna fucking kill it, and then prove it to
We're
everybody.
going to destroy the hologram machine.
Yeah.
And-
We're gonna jam out so
Okay.
hard it's gonna kill the fucking hologram waves.
I mean, isn't that what Piccolo did? Didn't he make a fake moon?
Well, that's actually why Nick's making his pedal board and stuff, so he can make enough like bass waves to like shake it out of the sky.
Yeah.
So
And then I'm going to create a new moon and like a real one in the process. Those waves will like take asteroids and like other space stuff and like spacely gases and
Basically,
peroxide and stigmatility
that the
and
name of your
like
first-
virginatility and like combine it all together and make it
This
a
random bullshit that you're saying right now needs to be the name of the first album. This is just the whole thing.
what stigmatility? Yeah.
The whole fucking spiel. Every sentence of it.
Yep.
Album title.
I mean, we're just
Very
hoping to get
clippable.
famous enough to where we can recruit Kanye West to have like a verse in our songs. That way Nick can be in the
That's
same
sweet.
music video as Kanye West. Because
That would be
Oh.
like a dream come true.
yeah, they'll both have
Didn't
their
he
masks
cancel
on.
himself?
No, he's not canceled, man. He just came out with a new album, I think, didn't he?
Oh,
Well,
he's in deep. Speaking of that, he's in deep water with Ozzy Osbourne because of that.
Do you think he gives
Because-
a fuck? that's like the
Well, I
last
know
of his
Kanye
worries.
doesn't. I know Kanye doesn't, but like, apparently, I don't know what song it was exactly, but Kanye wanted to sample one of Ozzy's songs for, the album, and Ozzy told him like, no, like I don't want to be associated. I don't want anything to do with you. You cannot use that song whatsoever. And then he went off and did it anyways and sampled that song, and like now like Ozzy's like boiling mad over it.
I didn't think it fucking like how does samples work anyways? Like just have to have the
You
permission
take
to
like
do it?
it's just like I say I don't know. I think he did it out of respect, but I don't think you need like actual permission because like I think it's like for the copyright thing. I think it's just like since it's like such a small bit or whatever, and it's like remixed anyways to where it's different. Like that's how like all like or I don't know about new rap. I know like a lot of old rap. That's how it was. Like it was like you could even tell like what the sometimes you couldn't even know what the original song was. Like there's a bunch of like Ice Cube songs where like it was like these old like classic songs. I would never guessed it was that song because it was just so different. Like it was that like riff or whatever. But
Oh,
he
Ice
just
Ice
did some
Baby?
stuff to it.
It was so different you couldn't tell what song it was.
No.
I mean they changed that.
Thank
up
you,
a lot.
Blake. Perfect rendition.
What I'm here for. Music
Can't
guy
wait to
over
see
here.
the copyright strike because you were just too perfect.
Oh, yeah.
That actually reminds me. Do you guys know who Aiden Ross is?
Yeah, he's in this
No.
podcast right now down in the in the corner that says Little Nicky J. It's actually Aiden Ross.
Oh,
It's- yeah, it's under disguise.
Nailed that joke. I'm so proud.
Oh, dude, round the head. So, go ahead, Nick.
I will leave this podcast and never come back.
I thought
If
you
you
liked
ever
Aiden
say that again.
Ross.
Not enough to be compared to him.
Oh, I'm
That
sorry.
is below me, Dylan. That is below me. Okay.
Well,
I get that.
I didn't know who Aiden Ross was before this past week.
Really?
Yes. The only reason
So
why
no.
the only reason why I knew him was because of other like YouTubers that I watch, like Ludwig. I only knew it because of him.
Oh.
So, for context, Roger, he's a streamer. I believe he streams on YouTube, right?
I thought he was on Twitch. But I could be
I don't
wrong, unless
know.
he moved to YouTube.
I have no idea. But so he was going to get a famous rapper named, I think he's a rapper named Playboy Cardi
Yeah.
onto his stream.
Is that a man or a woman?
It's a dude. And like he's one of those guys that like a couple of years after his like he made a ton of money, he like took down all of his social media, like doesn't show his face in public anymore, and like all that stuff. And because apparently he's like working on an album, right? So Aiden Ross was like, "Hey, like I'm flying out here, like I like come onto my stream, like I'll pay you." So Aiden goes to like this random warehouse, and I don't know why it wasn't like literally all you can see is him and like some people who are like some of his people like walking around in the background every once in a while, but it's almost like pitch black except for him. So he's waiting there for like an hour for Playboy Cardi to come. So Playboy Cardi gets there. One of his, I'm guessing, the security people or whatever, comes in and was like, "Hey, he's not feeling the vibes here. He isn't coming," and just leaves. So he doesn't even like come onto the stream. Nothing. But it gets worse. Aiden Ross then shows a bag of money, like straight cash, that he is going to pay Playboy Cardi. I think on the stream he said it was like 2 million, but it wasn't actually 2 million. It was less than that apparently. But so eventually he comes back. He comes on. They like for some reason dance for like 10 minutes. They don't say a single word. And then Aiden Ross sits down. He goes, "Hey man," he goes, "why don't you sit down and like let's start talking and all. I want to get to know you." And Playboy Cardi just goes, "Why don't you stand up?" So the dude just stands up. Playboy Cardi just says, like he leans into the mic and he goes, Hey, y'all. Is it like he acts like a dude who has never used a microphone before in his life.
That's funny.
It is the weirdest thing. And he's like, "Hey, love y'all." He does that like twice. And then he goes, "All right, I gotta go." Grabs the money. Because you can see one of his workers, like one of his people in the background, like counting the cash. And once she finishes, he's like, "All right, I gotta go." Grabs the money and leaves.
That is funny.
Damn,
He
what
was-
a deadbeat.
He was on stream for 6 minutes.
Jesus Christ, man. What a
Honestly, though,
ripoff.
like with recent events, like with Aiden, though, like I don't know, he kind of deserves it, in my opinion. Like just stuff I've seen of him, like he's just
What the fuck does he do?
he's not one of those people. He's
I don't
just
know,
not
man.
a good person.
All I've ever seen him do is like sit there and be a simp for fucking what's his face? Who's the guy who lives in Romania?
Andrew Tate.
Andrew Tate. He's just like an Andrew Tate simp. He like
Uh-huh.
shaved his head for him and stuff, and that's like the only time I've ever seen.
Well,
him.
because like he was getting clean because he was addicted to lean and all that stuff, and as soon as like Tate left him on his own, he got hooked on lean and stuff again, and like just started falling. Like he just burned all his bridges with all like because he used to be friends with basically all the big streamers like Kai and
Isn't lean just
whoever
fucking
else.
cough syrup or something?
it's like it's like the prescribed. It's like stuff that's like prescribed the time because I don't know. There's something in it that's addictive.
So why don't you just drink like alcohol or something if you're like I don't know. Isn't that like
I don't know because it's cool or I don't know why people drink lean. I could tell you, but
Or just don't do that stuff.
do real drugs.
You don't have to. Dylan, you tried to replace an addiction with an addiction.
But anyways, I don't know. He's just burned all his bridges with his friends and stuff, and it's just I don't know. He's a dickhead. So that's why I don't like him.
Like I said, I didn't know him until I watched a video on him.
I don't know. Did we really know any of these people? Like, let's be real.
No. It could all
No.
just be publicity.
From what
stunt.
I've heard so far from you guys, 'cause I didn't know either of these guys. I don't think I want to know any of them. They sound kind of terrible.
I didn't know who Playboy Cardi was either.
I've never listened to Playboy Cardi, but I knew who he was because I have friends that listen to him. I try to hype him up, and I'm just like,
I
No.
don't know who he is.
Didn't you say like he took his face off of like all social media and stuff like that? Like he doesn't do anything. So why would he like, want to do that? Wouldn't that be bad for like making a new album? Wouldn't he want to like be out there so people don't forget
Money.
who the fuck he is? How
Guess
is
he
that
needed
going
the
to
cash.
Well,
Well,
people
it's-
still like wanted him a lot.
I guess apparently he just made fucking $2 million off Aiden Rose.
I can't believe it.
That's crazy. Did he at least get like a lot of like people that wanted to like watch that? Did he like make money off of it, or did he like lose just everything because of it?
He definitely didn't make $2 million off of it. That's for sure.
Yeah. I don't know. What would be the first thing you guys would do if you had that much money? Like if you just didn't have to worry about funding anything, like if you could just do what you wanted to do and not have to
Find
worry
a
about
rapper.
money. Oh my god.
Invite him on stream.
I actually, this is the person I want to hear most out of is Roger, because I just don't really think I
Know what
he
he'd do
would
with $2 million.
Yeah,
Roger would be the smartest out of all of
he's
us.
the he's the
Well,
tight
that's-
wad, so he like would just be doing the exact same thing
Tightwad.
he's doing right now.
An assassination of my character. I grew up poor. I like having my money.
So you just count it all the time, is what you're telling me.
Yeah, it's in the moonlight.
Oh, is that you?
The fake moon.
You wouldn't do anything with it. You wouldn't like make a foundation or like make a company or do anything like that. You would just
I don't want to run any of that shit.
count it.
I wouldn't just sit there and count it. I would invest it.
Do you
Try
know
to
how
make
to?
some generational wealth.
Do you know how to invest?
No, but that's what the money is for. To buy an expert.
You know what? Fair enough. So
What would you do with $2 million, Mr. T?
Well, not gamble it
Ask
away.
me
Like,
what to do with it.
not gamble it away like Roger.
Roger, what do I do with my money?
What would I do with $2 million?
That was the question, yes.
Well, I thought we're doing like not a certain number, just like as much money as you want. Like you don't have to worry about it.
Well, that was
Did
the
you
original
s-
question.
No, it
Was
wasn't.
what would you do with $2 million? Yeah, it was.
No, it wasn't. I said you don't have to worry about money. I didn't say 2 million, because if it's this is the difference if I have to have like a certain number. Like if I had 2 million, I can't just go out and fucking like blow it all, because then you'd like just have $2 million. But if you didn't have to worry at all, like if you had like a shit ton of money, like you're fucking loaded, and it's keep coming in, then I would do very different things with it than I would do if I just had like $2 million.
Yeah.
But if I just had $2 million, I'd probably be pretty cheap too. But after I get like, you know, the homies some stuff and me some stuff, the family some stuff. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But if I had like infinite money, ain't nobody I know working ever again. Unless you
Oh,
guys, you know, want to have a fucking career or something, you fucking lame fucks. You know.
Damn.
No.
Unless you losers have dreams. God.
I mean, who wants to fucking sit there and be a programmer and like listen to a big boss that's like being
Half
mean
the
to you?
people of this podcast.
I was about to say
I don't.
50% of the people.
If you guys didn't have to get money anymore, if you had like not have to worry about that, would you really want to be a fucking programmer?
Who wants to be a
Brother, I went into
programmer?
debt to be a programmer. What are you talking about?
I mean, like, programming, like, of course, like, we make money off of it, but it's also good for the brain. It makes us think.
You know what else?
It
is
actually
good for
is
the
pretty
brain?
cool, I will say.
What?
What if
Pla-
imagine if your job was an endless, unceasing amount of very complicated and enjoyable puzzles.
Mine,
that would
mine
confuse
is. Mine
Dylan.
is. I have to worry about what I want for breakfast each day before I get there. And you know,
Oh, what a puzzle! Hash browns or omelets? Mm.
That's funny.
And I don't know. I get enough fucking brain activity from playing Fallout and trying to unlock the computer terminals. I don't really have to fucking like go to work and try to be a goddamn computer physician. And you know what? I don't even fucking do it right in Fallout. I just like randomly click words and just back out of the terminals until I actually guess the right one. And then like that's all I gotta fucking do. And I would do that in real life too.
Computer Science 100.
Yeah, Computer Science 100. Don't you fucking forget it.
Oh.
What would you do with infinite money, Blake? What would you do, buddy?
Infinite money. I believe I would first pay off any family debts that they have, so they wouldn't have to worry about that.
Jesus Christ.
I'm gotta follow up, you jerk. But then, I would most likely, like, I would probably try and start some sort of like entertainment business, or like work with companies that like I know I would like love to work with. Like, for example, like the company Dropout. If I could use money to work either for or with them, I would. Like, I would pay them to let me work for them.
I have money. Let me in.
Yep.
What
I'd
kind of
100% do that.
entertainment we talking about?
Like a little bit of everything. I don't know. Something creative.
Everything.
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 You know what? And everything, Nick, and the division you're thinking of is going to be called the Nicky J division.
You know, every time I do something like that where I go like everything, I'm always like hoping someone will get the reference to like the Cat in the Hat movie with freaking Michael Myers or Mike Myers, whatever his name is, and no one like ever catches on to that.
Brother,
That makes
I
me
watched
so
that in
upset.
like fucking 2003. What the fuck are you talking
Bro,
about?
that movie was rent free in my head ever since I saw that as a child.
My favorite scene is whenever he accidentally steps on a hoe.
Yeah,
And he goes, you hug. I'm sorry, baby. I love you.
I didn't mean it.
It's so good.
Okay, but I don't know. That movie definitely isn't the top movie from back then. I definitely have more rent-free movies. I would not be thinking about that fucking movie over Jimmy Timmy Power Hour. All right.
Dude, that movie.
Nightmare fuel.
What
Oh,
the hell
dude,
is
right?
Jimmy Timmy Power Hour.
You don't fucking know what Jimmy
You're
Timmy Power Hour
joking.
is, you fucking pleb. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Is that like a Jimmy Neutron and Fairly Odd Parents crossover?
Yes.
Yeah. There was, what,
I
3
know
of them?
what you're talking about now.
Was there
Yeah.
3 of them or 2 of them?
There was
Something
Like
like
the
that?
two or
horrible
three, but I
3D
think
animation.
It was not
Yeah.
horrible, you fucking bastard.
Timmy Turner looked awful in 3D.
He looked good, man.
I don't know. I think I'd rather Cat in the Hat live in my head than that.
You're rude.
Quotes tonight.
Mm.
Need to make a quote bot. Just say the random shit that comes out of Nick's mouth.
Yeah, that-
Bro, for real.
Dude, that would probably be the most profitable thing to come out of me. Would just be like the random crap I say.
You ain't kidding
yeah,
there,
'cause we
Chief.
already fucking see the random crap that does come out of you with all the Snapchat you sent us at like 3 in the morning.
Oh, is the Snapchat stuff still active?
Yeah.
I haven't checked that.
Well, Dylan brought it back, but I also send the snaps to like Dylan and Blake at like random times of the day of me just doing random things.
I screenshot the majority of them.
Yeah, I don't know how you still have memory in your phone from all the stuff and stupid stuff that you have in there.
Oh,
Right.
dude, I cheaped out. I got the most base model of like the 13, but I got the one with like the most storage. So
Of
instead
course.
of paying like $1,000 for like the cheapest like 13 Pro Max or whatever, I got the most expensive just regular 13 because I wanted that storage.
Like,
Right.
I promise you that I have more pictures of Nick than I have my own girlfriend on my phone. I can guarantee that. And it's not even going to be close.
You see, I would have that, but I never end up setting up the iCloud. So every time that I like actually like break my
So you
phone,
delete my face. You delete my
I
face
don't
out of
delete
your
It
phone.
was an accident because if you don't set up your like iCloud stuff, you know, you just never get to keep it. And
Brother, there's no accident in deleting something.
I don't delete it. I literally the last times that I've literally broke my phone, I've jumped in a swimming pool with my fucking phone in my pocket. Like that happens every single time. Like, but now it can't because you want to know what? iPhones are waterproof, so you ain't gotta worry about it.
Are they?
Actually, they're water resistant.
Oh my god. Well, you know what? You can jump in a swimming pool.
Didn't you jump into the lake with your phone?
No, I didn't.
No,
actually.
we made sure Dylan didn't.
Yeah, I made damn sure.
He about did. I was like, wait, Dylan, you set your phone down. He's like, oh my god, you're right.
Yeah, because I remember something about Dylan's phone happening on the boat, and I was scared.
Yeah, he almost jumped in.
I think
Likes to live life on the edge.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, in my mind, I didn't really think that, when you're on a boat and because I've never been swimming on a boat before, I didn't really think about the engine back there. And if you turned on the boat while you're behind the boat, then you probably get fucking shredded to pieces. But, I just didn't think about that. Isn't there like a little propeller back there that like spins in the water or something?
That's
little
a motor.
Is that how that works? Is that how boats work?
They have a motor on the back and it spins the propeller, which
I'm not two rich fucking white boys from fucking,
Hey,
small-
Dylan, I want you to know,
brother, it's just basic mechanics.
Both your families
Yeah.
have boats, all right? My dad was a fucking Mexican that crossed the border and he didn't have enough money to buy a boat. He raised me instead. All right?
my brother, one of my cousins have a boat that I've been on once, maybe twice.
You're boat material, man. You're just boat
I'm
material.
absolutely boat material.
Like,
I'm 100% boat material. Like, I'm gonna have a boat one day. I'm gonna be on the coast when the boys go on vacation, and I'm gonna pick them up on the beach.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna happen.
No.
And then we're gonna sail north and go get Roger,
Hit a fucking iceberg.
and then come down. No,
You'll have to go through fucking New Jersey to get to me.
I'll do
Jersey
whatever
it
I
is.
gotta do to New Jersey to get to you.
That's right. I will nuke the entirety of New Jersey to get to Roger.
I don't know if you want that on record.
Oh,
If New Jersey disappears tomorrow, we gotta have questions.
We should we should definitely go on a
United
cruise
States
together.
government, IRS, FBI, whoever is listening, I have said what I said. I will nuke New Jersey. Bleep that out.
Okay.
Yeah, bleep
It's
that
all
part
right.
out.
You don't have to worry about it. I got you.
Social
I got you
Security,
covered, baby.
774.
I'm really glad we're no longer live streaming this.
Oh.
I remember the fucking live stream that Dylan had. He started up, and he immediately, without even thinking about it, said my first and last name and where I lived. And I was like, brother, this is live.
I did have a question because we do have two very rich folks in the group right now. But when you are on a cruise ship, because I know that there's been a couple people in this chat that's been on a cruise ship, does it rock back and forth? What do you mean, uh-oh?
You
You like froze. Yeah,
Oh,
you like
no.
froze for a second.
No, I asked if it rocks back and forth. Does a cruise ship rock back and forth when you're just hanging out on it?
Well, all boats rock back and forth because, like the current and waves and stuff. But like, because of like, it's such a large mass of wood or whatever it's made out of, like you don't feel it. Unless you're just like very, very sensitive to sea motion and stuff.
So, how
Or you're
people-
at
never been.
the stern or the bow.
Yeah.
so that's why people get seasick and shit, because they're just really sensitive to like the little tiny motion that it makes anyways.
Yeah, if you get motion sickness, you'll get seasickness.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like if like the camera sensitivity on like Skyrim or like any game my grandma plays, like she'll get motion sick really easy.
Damn.
Oh.
So she would
Just,
not
like,
like
turn it
VR
down.
at all.
No, she would get absolutely sick.
We gotta protect all grandmothers.
That's right.
Has VR made any like advancement at all, or is it still the same thing that it was whenever I had the Quest?
The Apple
Have
Vision
you-
Pro came out.
Is there
Yeah.
like any have you seen anything on it? Like, have you seen anybody review it or anything like that?
Yeah, Linus Tech Tips did a review.
Does that have any
It
cool?
seems underwhelming for the price point.
Yeah, from what I saw from one of the, I don't know if it was from like one of the lead engineers or what it was, like this isn't what they want for the price range. Like their ideal, like what they want the device to be is like 4 generations down the line.
Yeah,
Is like what
but they're
is what
charging
they-
for you now.
Yeah.
Like it's a $600-$700 headset that
Yep.
they're charging $3,500 for.
There is some cool stuff in it. I won't lie. Like they got some of the parts down to it like pretty good.
The
Like
eye
the,
tracking and the hand tracking is really good.
Yeah, the eye tracking, hand tracking is pretty good, and like object, what's the term? Like spatial presence, I guess. So like, for example, like if I had the menu open right here and like I turned over here, it wouldn't like follow me. I would turn back and it would like be in that exact position. Like it even casts a shadow onto like whatever's below it to like signify that it's there. You know?
Man, it's polished. Like
For
it's
sure.
got the Apple polish.
Oh yeah.
It's just unfortunate that it's a it's a $700 headset and they're charging 5 times as much.
So now that they like
We'll
set
see.
the price at like that, like does that mean that every time that it's gonna get better, they're just gonna keep raising the price? So it's gonna be like fucking like,
Probably.
that's insane.
It's probably going to be
Probably.
around the same price. No, it's like the iPhone. Every iPhone that comes out is $1,000.
Uh,
Every Mac that comes out is $1,500.
they're just trying to see who'll dump 3,500 in the first one.
Some people like it. Some people like seeing the new cool Apple stuff. I think
I
it's
like-
horrifically overpriced, but some people all they ever own is Apple stuff
Yeah.
because they trust the brand.
I will say the coolest thing about it is so like you can basically change your environment. I don't know what the settings called, but basically it's like an augmented reality thing where like, you know, it's like and the coolest thing I've seen, or at least the coolest thing to me, is people will pop a squat on the squatter, you know, the shitter, you know, the John, the porcelain throne. And they'll like change it to like, you know, a foresty environment or like somewhere up in the mountains or something like that. And they'll put a movie on or just sit there, take a shit with just admiring nature.
God damn.
It's like that is it to me, that is like the thing I would do with it.
Nick,
It's just
knowing you,
environment.
$500 to take a
I'm not
shit
saying
in the
I'm not
woods.
saying I would pay 3,500. But if I had it and like, you know, if it was in my possession, that is the first thing I would do.
The
knowing you,
engineers
Nick,
are crying right now.
right? Yeah, if Nick, knowing you, you'd be like sitting on the toilet, forget that you were on the toilet, and you're like doing something else, and you would get up and you just like forget to pull up your pants, and then it would just be game over.
I
for Nick.
really hope he would wipe at first. You know what I'm saying? Like I really hope that pulling
I
up
don't
the
know.
pants doesn't happen before the wiping happens because that's fucking disgusting.
I don't even want to think about any of that.
Yeah, I don't either.
You don't want to think about me wiping my butt.
You know, buddy, you can't say I do. I love you, but I don't think I want to think about that.
Can you show me the proper wiping motion with your hand right now, Blake?
Sure, yo, my butthole's
We
okay.
have
I don't look
to
at my
talk
butthole.
about this.
Yes, we
This
do.
is the
important.
first episode back.
Men health. This is men health. This is not even men health. This is prostate health. This is human being to make sure your butthole's okay. Because that is one of the most important, you know, that is one of the most important things.
All this poop talk has really got me in the mood.
We have to go back to this.
It's really got me in the mood to go to the bathroom right now. So, you know what? I may or may not inspect this time. You might have taught me something. We're going to figure it out tonight together because I'm going to give you a call whenever I do it. But now that we've done this, we've been here, we've had a wonderful time together.
Don't you
It
dare call
has
me.
to come to an end because I have to go inspect. So, Nick, on that term, would you please give the wonderful audience a wonderful exit conversation that you always do so wonderfully? here?
I exit the
Not until I'm done. Anyways, everyone, ladies, gentlemen,
Ladies.
whoever you are, remember who you are. You're nobody. till somebody loves you. And that somebody is me. I love you. Good night.
Don't forget to inspect.